Hello, hello, and welcome back for a little dreariness and drudgery down in the dark and deeps and cold caverns of Perfidious Manor as we play a little more Darkest Dungeon. And if you're looking for excitement, well, you may be in the wrong place, because today we're just killing time. I mean, we're probably also going to kill some monsters and steal some treasure, but mostly we're just killing time while we wait for Lucy Pevensey and Madeline Usher here to get their asses out of the sanitarium so we can venture down into the darkest deeps of the dungeon, kick the teeth down the throats of our final three bosses, and prepare for the launch of the new content. Though, now that I think about it, most likely this video will go live the day after the new content has launched, which probably means that the Necromancer, Lord, Swine God, and Hag Witch are going to get at least a temporary reprieve while we play around with the Man-at-Arms and Arbalester, mostly because I have the attention span of a goldfish and I'm more easily distracted by anything shiny and new than a magpie is by a flailing cuckoo. And if you're wondering, yes, magpies are most frequently the victims of cuckoos who push a magpie. They flail around, get the magpie's attention. When the magpie goes to investigate, they fly up, push a magpie egg out of its nest, and replace it with a cuckoo egg, because cuckoos are fucking jerks. But anyway, my little ornithological diatribe aside there, let's get down to the embarkation point and go ahead and get this mission under our belt, which is a total malapropism, actually, because the phrase under your belt means to swallow or eat something, and I damn sure don't want any of this dungeon in my mouth. I mean, come on, it's fucking filthy down there. You don't want that shit in your mouth. It's piles of corpses, bunch of cobwebs, spiders, rats, the secretions of various eldritch abominations as they ooze through the tunnels. I'd rather be forcibly tongue-kissed by Madonna than get any dungeon in my mouth. And yes, the Madonna kiss thing would require force, I assure you. Anyway, medium missions, what we're looking for. One in the Weald. A leper-only item that is at best mediocre. It does have 8 crests and 12 deeds, however, both of which we need. And it's also a long mission, which means increased opportunity for experience. And there's a medium veteran mission. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do the long mission. That's fine. What team are we going to take? You know what, actually, I would like to take some of these lesser experienced troopers, some of the folks who aren't Resolve rank 5. What kind of team can we put together? I don't want to take Chrysania. We're probably going to need her on our next mission, so if we can get by without her on heals, I would prefer and do that. We could take Brienne, Deckard, Dorian Gray, and then maybe like Simkin? In the 5th, you know, actually, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Simkin, your trinkets are solid. All right, so let's put Simkin in our last slot. And you're set up for 4th. Yeah, he is. Okay, he's all balladeering, and that's solid. Then we take Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray is going to be on heals for us. Dorian could use some trinkets. Let's see what we can do for Dorian here in the trinket department. Nah. The answer is not a lot. No, that's crap. I was about to be real interested in that because it had a big bonus damage, but it's actually garbage. Stun charm. Junk. All this is trash. All of these items are garbage. Shimmering cloak is, it's reasonable. Scout, the caution cloak is actually, might be what we wind up taking. That's highwayman only. Meh. This makes him not eat food. No, we don't want that. Yeah, as odd as it makes sounds, I think we're going to go with the scouting item. No, we're not, because it's minus 10 speed on the first round. Fuck that. We want him going first and marking for Django. So, Shimmering Cloak it is. I'm sorry, your fucking trinkets, Dorian Gray, are terrible. Then again, this is a fancy Shimmering Cloak, and Dorian Gray was kind of a vain son of a bitch, so it seems entirely appropriate that he would choose to wear the sparkly, shiny outfit instead of something that was perhaps more useful. Brienne needs weapon upgrades. Damn it. Alright, that's fine. Simkin, you're 4. We're taking Dorian. Dorian Gray needs them too. So let's just get this shit out of the way. We got a pile of money. Let's get everybody fully upgraded. Weapons taken care of. Simkin, get your dagger. You're actually already upgraded. Who was the other one that needed it then? Was Brienne? Brienne. Alright, Brienne. Get the masterwork stuff. There you go. Nice little wolf's tooth and a wolf's pelt for you. Get you a wolf's tooth and a wolf's pelt. Let's make sure that all our skills are fully maxed as well. Deckard, you're solid. Brienne, I don't know why I keep exiting the guild. I should stop doing that. Brienne actually needs updates. Get her taken care of. Simkin, we'll just double check you as well. You're fully locked and loaded. that just leaves us then with Dorian Gray, who I'm assuming, yeah, Dorian's going to need some. All right. There we go. All right, now back into the mission. I don't want to hear another peep out of any of you guys, and I swear to God, if one of you goes peep just to be funny, I'm going to kick you into twat and or dick. So don't fucking do it. Simpkin, you're the most likely to do it too, Simpkin. I know how your sense of humor rolls, and I'm not having any of it. You've already irritated me enough. Don't risk waking a dragon. Or I'll sell you into forced sexual slavery across the sea to a barbarian horse lord, because that's what waking a dragon does, I guess. I don't know. I'm making a bad Game of Thrones reference, and I should just abandon the whole premise. Let's provision our team. This is a long mission. 30 food is usually what we take on a long mission, and it seems to hold out for us pretty well. You know what? We already got the stack. I'm going to take 2 extra food. 4 shovels is a must. 1 of everything else, and yes, I am going lightless on this. We do have Simpkin along with his sort of stress healing song. We're going to be a little lower damage than normal, but not hugely lower, and I think probably the extra stress we'll pick up on a dark run, Simpkin should be able to counter with some sweet, sweet tunes. Oh yeah, sweet, sweet tunes. When he breaks into Every Rose Has Its Thorn, I'm telling you, there's not a dry eye in the fucking house, folks. Not a single one. One of the most touching and powerful ballads ever performed in the history of our species. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Complete 100% of room battles. I should have probably paid attention to what our objective was before I took this mission, but I don't suppose it really matters. Theoretically, completing 100% of room battles can be one of the easier missions to do. Probably should have brought more shovels. Yeah, we're going to be in the Weald. I have a feeling that, based on the way our dungeon layout works, we're probably going to run out of shovels before we've completed this. You should just straight up be able to kill this guy, right? You could also critical him and kill him twice over, which is good. I really wish it had just killed his friend instead of maybe killing him twice, but... Next time, instead of swinging so hard, swing more laterally, Deckard. Instead of, you know, swing through your foe with the follow-through, make sure your follow-through carries you beyond the enemy, and I'm actually going to go for the inspiring tune here. But make sure your follow-through carries you beyond the enemy and into the next enemy, and then you can get 2 instead of killing the holy living shit out of 1. You can just kill them both. My free piece of advice there for the day, telling Rick Deckard how to do his job. Because I'm a better bounty hunter than Deckard, I guess, is the lesson. That's the takeaway from there. When it comes to hunting down replicants, I'm the man for the job. Rick Deckard just falls in love with them, so maybe I'm, you know, maybe I've got a point. Maybe I am the right man for the job. I don't think I would have fallen for Sean Young. He's kind of crazy. Didn't really have a strong case for not being a replicant. Dorian Gray, you're exclusively looking in all packs, items, and or boxes. Since occultists, for some reason, seem to have phenomenally good luck. We've already used 2 shovels. I'm going to be salty if we run out of shovels. I really am going to be salty. I should have just brought more shovels. On a long mission, if I was paying attention to the fact that it was complete 100% of room battles, I actually would have brought more shovels. It is bandages for this, I believe. Yep. Please find a shovel. Nope. So here goes our 3rd shovel in as many fucking rooms. We have explored 3 rooms. We have used 3 shovels. At this rate, I'm going to be like 10 shovels short. Delightful. Delightful. Fantastic. Every time I take a team that isn't top-notch into the dungeon, I kind of get boned like this. We did get surprised on our enemies, which is unusual, given the fact that it's real dark, but I'll take it. Our critical chances are going to be pretty much through the roof across the board. Our missed chance is also going to be much higher than we would like. That was a huge shot, Dorian Gray. Fantastically done, sir. Making up for Rick Deckard's fucking slack right there. I can tell you that much for free. Fungal Grabber, going to put a bleed on him. He's bleeding 4 per round for 3 rounds. You know, I was hoping Dorian Gray might go critical again and maybe finish off that Nasher before he got a chance. No dice, but there Deckard is to clean up the mess. Deckard batting some cleanup for us, getting it done. Fungal Grabber should bleed to death, if nothing else, and since he is bleeding to death, we're going to go ahead and have Simpkin get rid of some more stress. Not that there's a whole abundance of stress to be gotten rid of, but that's fine. I gotta say, the loot thus far in this dungeon has been fan-fucking-tastic, except for this disease charm, which I'm gonna throw on the floor with so much fucking disdain that it will echo through the universe into eternity. Hate those fucking pieces of shit. Dorian checking out a chest. Jade, we'll take the emerald. An accuracy stone, I've already thrown more of on... Yeah, I've thrown more of those on the ground than I can count at this point. They're really kind of shitty. So we have to go this way. No choice. There is a room battle up here, and that's our mission. 100% a room battle, so onward and upward we go. Who wants to fuck around with the dirty old mummy? Clearly Dorian Gray does, because the spirits command him to fuck around with the dirty old mummy. And I'd say he's become diseased by the remains, except for the fact that he's Dorian Gray, so instead of him getting diseased, somewhere a picture on a wall in a mansion got diseased. This is not good, actually. I don't like fighting slavering ghouls with this lineup, because they're not fantastic. Also, Dorian Gray getting stunned, and he's our only healer. At least it didn't critical. It's a ton of stress across the board, but I can at least take solace in the fact you can bleed, right? I think ghouls can bleed. Nope. Well, he resisted it. Doesn't necessarily mean he can't bleed. It could also mean that I'm an idiot and he qualifies as undead and thus is immune to bleeds. And I'm just being stupid. I really wish Dorian Gray hadn't gotten stunned there so he could have thrown this mark instead of Deckard, but them's the break. That's what the tail slap is there for. That's okay, though. Deckard following up his own mark. Man, that was like fucking Babe Ruth there. Deckard called his fucking shot and then jacked it over the fence. That was beautiful, sir. I think another battle ballad will do. We've got a few turns left on this, and the howl really didn't do as much stress as it could have. If we get howled again, though, it's going to be paddle ballad from here on out. He is not bleeding.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade.
It sure as hell doesn't. That was 40 damage. That was a monstrous crit from old Brienne of Tarth there. It's been a long time since we've had Brienne in action. I gotta say, I've been missing a little Maid of Tarth. She's fantastically useful for us. She's been a solid trooper. I don't really feel we need heals yet. Especially not if Dorian Gray is going to throw a 20 damage critical at that gargoyle. Simkin, I think now might be the time for a Dirk Stab, actually. It was, in fact, the perfect time for a Dirk Stab. Bloodthirsty Simkin got more stress relief from that than he would have if we had thrown a Battle Ballad. I'm absolutely taking a Sapphire. It's just a question of what I want to throw on the floor. You know what? We could eat some food. Let's do that. Let's go for a little bit of food action. We'll top everybody off by eating up our food. You still only get one Dorian? Alright, fine. Dorian Gray is not well suited for eating, I suppose. Of course, considering the fact that anything that affects him just goes on the picture instead, I guess he doesn't necessarily have to eat. But then again, it's not like he can gain weight either. I mean, he stays as the picture. It'd be the picture that got fat. So if you were Dorian Gray, why wouldn't you just fucking gorge yourself like a Roman? I would. Then again, I'm a fucking low willpower scumbag too. Maybe Dorian Gray is made of sterner stuff. This is an interesting question of what to attack. I honestly think the fungal battery is the right move here. Didn't quite get lethal damage. We're one shy of lethal damage, which is a little troubling, but I digress. We could finish it off. You know what? Yeah, finish him. That would have finished anything on the field. Unfortunately, them's the breaks. I'm never going to complain about getting an unexpected critical, though. Just a nice facial stabbing for the fungal grabber, although I'm not sure those guys actually have faces, so I guess it would be more of a toadstool cap stabbing. The glands of the fungal grabber, if you will, since they are vaguely penile-shaped. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I just see dicks everywhere. That could easily be it. Go ahead for the finish him on the fungal battery. 10 damage is not as much as I would have hoped. Battle Ballad from Simkin, I think, is probably... Are we at max stacks of Battle Ballad? We're pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and get a heal off here. 7 heal and resisted to bleed. It's not fantastic, but it's acceptable. Brienne is marked. That's going to leave her vulnerable to the thumb. Yeah, to the groping swipe there. Nobody gropes the Maid of Tarth. Come on, that's not cool. There's a... Ooh, shit. So Brienne made very uncomfortable by some unwanted advancers from our fungal grabber friend. And striking back in kind, that's what happens when you touch the Maid of Tarth without permission. She's going to smack your ass down. Never fear. Nice critical from Rick Deckard. So stress is definitely proving to not really be much of a problem. We got to have the heal here. We needed more heal than that, actually. Dirk Stab. Critical would be nice. No dice. Maybe Simkin can shield. You know what, Simkin? I'm not going to fault you. That was actually just enough. Just enough. Alright, so we're going to eat the food because we have nothing else to do with it. Theoretically, we could camp here. Let's see what's in... Can we... We got to get a fight there, but we don't have to go that way. You know what? We've got more than enough dungeon that we're going to completely total out and fill up with loot. I don't think checking out that room for no reason and fighting whatever that is the right play. Let's just avoid it. We don't need to go that way. Let's not bother. We're not going to fret ourselves unnecessarily with it. Is this a trap? If there's a newfound... Yeah, there is a trap there. I knew it was there, but yet still couldn't disarm it for some reason. That's very weird. Not really a huge side effect from the trap, so I'm not terribly salty about it. We could camp here. There is perchance... And when I say perchance, I mean there... Yeah. Food's becoming a bit of a problem. I think we make... If we camp here, we're going to actually eat more food. And we don't... Other than a little healing for Brienne, we don't really need it. I think we'll be better off to press on, actually. I'm going to go this way. I hope we can get a scout here, maybe, and save us some backtracking. Slavering ghouls. We also got surprised. This is not good. Alright, so... Man, I hate that you have to throw the mark. I also hate that that was a critical, because we'd done anything else that would have been massive damage. Even if he had just straight up swung his sword, that would have been a significant amount of damage. Brienne not stunned? Brienne is stunned. It's not really that big of a problem, honestly. We're going to go for the Battle Ballad. You know, Simpkin is actually reasonably effective from that third slot. We got to get Weird Reconstruction here. 9 heal, not as much as I'd have hoped. Oh, Skull Toss is bad. Fantastic dodge, though, from Dorian Gray. That was brilliant, Dorian. Well done, sir. Good damage from Dorian Gray on the counterattack, too. Taking out one of the ghouls and putting a nice pop on... or taking out one of the gargoyles, rather, and putting a nice pop on the ghoul. Simpkin going to slice him off a chunk. Not a big chunk, but a chunk. I mean, that was like, you know, it was like a pound of flesh, I'd guess. I mean, if this was 7, that definitely would have been the attorney in on the floor of his office. 60 fucking critical, though. That ain't slicing off a pound of flesh. That's leaving a pound of flesh. He sliced off a pound, left the pound, and took the rest. Simpkin getting 1 damage. I really don't care that Simpkin is stunned. 13 damage from Deckard. This guy's all done in. Excellent. I was hoping Dorian Gray would go before Brienne. A big heal, patching Brienne back up to full. Most of our damage troubles now are kind of gone the way of the dodo. We're in fine shape. Brienne can finish him off. In style, with a 40 damage, stress-reducing critical, except you'll have to notice that none of our guys have a single fucking iota of stress on them at the moment. It's quite remarkable. Alright, what do we want to leave behind? We need deeds, so I'd prefer to not abandon them. We could eat some food. There's a case... You know what? Let's get rid of a key. I want the gold. Portraits we don't necessarily need at the moment. Anti-venom I'm comfortable sparing. Let's take the citrine. That's 1,000 gold there. The rest of this junk we'll leave on the floor. I call it junk, but actually I would have loved to have taken it all. Just we've got space constraints, serious space constraints. I might even throw a chunk of firewood on the floor, as strange as that may sound. I am not giving somebody a speed. I'm not giving somebody clumsy or like fucking slow draw or anything for whatever the hell is in that stump that I'm not going to be able to carry anyway. We're better to just leave it the hell alone. For once, I'm making the smart decision instead of taking a chance. Nice critical from Deckard to start things off there, by the way. There is a case to be made for us to reorder our party just so Simpkin's stress-reducing ballad can be in the back. But you know what? Given our current situation, I actually don't think we need it. And Doctor Strange, or rather Dorian Gray, is still pretty effective even from the 4th slot. That's not as much damage as I would have liked. But Dorian can do everything but sacrificial stab from the rear slot here. And we've been using him more as a healer of late anyway, so he's fine. We can... those two could go either way. They both go either way. Oh yeah, they don't care. Ladies, they'll love you up. Fellas, they'll love you right. Oh yeah, they'll love you long and all the way into the night. 1 fucking heal, Dorian? Let's just not mention that ever again, Dorian. Let's just forget that that happened. That, sir, was pathetic. Simpkin slicing him off a little something of that fungal battery, getting a nice kill. Escape Cloud. This has a chance to blight us, which would be bad. Especially considering that Deckard is in kind of a bad way at the moment. What can we take of this? I want the crests. I really do. We've thrown more citrines on the floor than I could count. Speedstones are absolute trash. Holy water, medicine. You know, if we're not going to camp... You know what? I'm doing it. I just threw firewood on the floor. You saw me do it. I fully admit it. I take full responsibility for having done it. How many rooms have we got left? Not that many. You know what? I'm also going to camp. So I threw 1 firewood on the ground. I'm going to camp. We're going to gorge.
in tenuous firelight.
Got good heals for us.
Uneasy
Brienne, what can you do? You can revel, which is... you're not that stressed. Sharpen Spear, absolutely. Deckard, you got a couple things we want you to do. This is how we do it. 10% accuracy, 5% crit. Let's give that to Brienne. Scout ahead all the time. Respite. What have you got? Tiger's Eye. Plus 10% accuracy, plus 25% stress resist. That's pretty good. Wound Care, Mockery. Nah. Dark Ritual. Reduces our torchlight by 33 and all companions heal 10%. I actually like that. Let's do it. We need to get rid of... Do we have anything that cures? Do you have anything that can cure poison or blight? Doesn't look like it. Wound Care. 33% chance to remove bleeding, which we are not. Also, he could Wound Care himself. Pep Talk. Revel. You don't... Yeah, you know what? Abandon Hope. Nah, we don't need to abandon hope. Nobody has any stress. Let's just Wound Care. I guess we'll patch him up. That we can't get rid of that, but it's going to bleed. He's bleeding 2 for 3, so that 6 heal we got out of that actually is going to effectively undo the blight. That's about the best we could do. I'm blessed with good health for today, at least. Simpkin's glad to be alive. We're favored by the gods this day. Clearly, Deckard has taken to religion in the face of finding out that his beloved is a replicant. And we are ambushed. Well, shit. By a slavering ghoul and a tenacious crone. We're going to get all the stress in the universe piled right on top of us right here. That sucks. Also, Deckard has been shuffled to the 4th slot, which I think is the one place he can't use Collect Bounty. Shit. Alright, we're going to have to... We got to reorder then. This is a stress attack? Absolutely. Stress across the board. And, bleh. Alright, Deckard, 25 damage on the ghoul is a good start. Got us halfway home. Brienne is probably not going to be able to finish it off. You know what? Kill that fucking bitch. Nice shot. Gonna give us stress, Crone. We'll get it right back when Brienne of Tarth severs your head from your shoulders and flings it at your friend. I don't think Dorian Gray can weird reconstruction from his current locale. Very lucky dodging that howl. That was very lucky. Allen Ginsberg somewhere is disappointed in this slavering ghoul. How, man? How? You know what? Inspiring tune. The ghoul's already gone, so we can have Brienne kill him at the end. Man, I was hoping Dorian Gray would get a chance to go, but no such luck. We can't let this guy get a chance to go again. Simply too dangerous a foe to leave untended. Yeah, I do want these. I'm just gonna eat food. I want the gold, too. Honestly, though, we got a whole big pile of gold. Really, the smart thing to do would probably be to start letting some of the gold go, maybe. Let's... Actually, Dorian, I want you back in the back. We're going to have Simpkin in the 3rd slot. You still got to check out this tent, though. That's still your job. A map of the area is found inside the tent. Alright, that's good. It showed us literally nothing. It's the world's least useful map. Well, I'm glad we found it, then. Sometimes I wonder. Alright, so the sack's contents are ours. 500 gold. That is a valuable sack to find, and shit. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. We're going to be out of shovels. If there's one more barricade between us and the end, and at the rate we're currently going, there's at least 2. But if there's even one, we're fucked. On the plus side, we don't necessarily have to go to every room. We just have to win every room battle. And we got surprise here, which is an excellent way to start. Give me the battle ballad. I want the accuracy and crit. Brienne of Tarth's critical should just be through the freaking roof at this point. We got our giant marked. He resisted the debuff. That's okay. Abyssal Artillery. Meager 13 damage, which is less than we'd have liked, but not the worst thing ever. It is going to finish the Rabid Gnasher off, so he's dead. This giant is a real dangerous foe. He could tent peg us very, very easily. You slice off? Yeah. Damn it, one short, Simpkin. But it got to bleed. The crone is dead. Fatal damage on the crone, then. Let's heal. We're going to patch up Deckard. 5 damage. It's fine. Collect the bounty. Holy monstrous shit. That was a shot from Rick Deckard. 60 damage. Goodness gracious. Followed it. Holy crap. We just did 95 damage in 2 fucking swings, folks. It was so goddamn atrocious that the crone died of shock. I don't think she bled to death. I legitimately think she died of shock. No, you know what? I need busts more than citrines. Although I don't really want to clutter up an inventory slot with busts. I'm still, whatever. What's in this coffin? Hidden treasures are in that coffin. 600 gold. We'll take it. Let's move along. Alright, so no room battle there. We can avoid it. We got to go this way, though. And as we always knew was going to happen,
Without tools of iron,
I hate digging through those goddamn things by hand. We do not have what we need to investigate a stump, do we? It's anti-venom for a stump. I'm not going to go digging around in there. If we had some, I'd absolutely apply it and be glad to get it out of my inventory, but at this point, I think it's the wrong move. Alright, Simpkin, give me the Battle Ballad. We're actually going to need to switch Simpkin and Dorian Gray again. Stress is going to become an issue now that we've had to dig. Simpkin has rabies. Fantastic. Little rabies never hurt anybody, Simpkin, you big wuss. It's just rabies. Bleed, you bastard. Yes, that Radishnasher is dead. Right now it's dead. Good. We can't really do anything to the crone. Marking her seems... Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and swap. We'll swap it on Dorian Gray's turn since he didn't really have anything else to do. I want this crone dead. Didn't quite get home, but we got pretty close. Curse of Vulnerability, which was a dodge. Nicely done, Dorian Gray. Nicely done. 9 damage critical rabies attack. Go ahead and finish the crone. She's actually the more dangerous foe at this point. Stress is starting to creep upward, which is a little bit of a problem. We're also starting to get more damage than I would like for not having any heals from a firewood standpoint. We can't camp for healing again. Simpkin's bleeding a little. That's not a huge problem. Get rid of some of this stress, Simpkin. Simpkin going to play a jaunty tune, help everybody out. Bleed, bleed. Yes. All right, that's fatal damage then. That we did not need, Deckard. We kind of needed that one to hit, buddy. Let's patch Deckard up. 8 heals, pretty good. On the plus side, one thing I will give Dorian Gray, none of his heals have wounded our own troopers yet. He has not yet hurt one of his alloys. I was hoping we might get the kill there and just save this Rabid Nash, but no dice. Didn't get rabies out of it, though, so it's all good. Candy, or Brienne of Tarth there, is just going to go ahead and split that wolf in half, make things easier. Good lord, we're hauling a lot of gold out of this dungeon. This is 1,000 gold. I'm getting rid of the torches for 1,000 gold. Get our party back in order. Simpkin, we want you all the way in the back, actually. Gonna need some stress healing there. Dorian Gray, check out the Traveler's Tent. Valuables are inside the tent.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Adios, then vial of holy water. We're gonna take... Yeah, I'm gonna take a torch instead of... That's exactly what I wanted to do. Sometimes I wonder about this game. That should be something that maybe the developers consider adding in, is taking valuables based on their actual value. Like a torch, which you would value at, say, 75, for instance, should never be taken over a stack of 1,000 gold. Oh, God, a shovel. Well, I'm taking a shovel. Goodbye, medicinal herbs. Yes, shovel. And in this case, I actually think the shovel is worth more than 775 gold. I'm going to throw this onyx on the floor, though, because 775 gold that can stack up to 1,500 is more useful than 2 onyx that we would have to find before we worry about stacking. Way more likely to find more gold than we are more onyx, as noted right there. So we already turned a profit. 70% trap disarm. Man, Deckard is handy with the traps. All right, Deckard, this one's all you, buddy. I compliment you, and that's what you do to me, Deckard. You see why I should never, ever compliment you ever, Deckard? Gives you a false sense of overconfidence, then you go and do something like that, which makes me doubt the fact that you are competent at all. Makes me, in fact, wonder if you're not a boneheaded chunk. Want to redeem yourself? Yeah, you know what? Too little, too late, sir. I'm not sure redemption is in the cards for you. And, of course, we just threw our medicinal herbs on the floor, so, of course, we find an edible thing. Having him eat food is pointless. He gets 1 heal out of it. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm not getting... you know what? Check out the rotting beast carcass, actually. Nothing left to offer. That's fine. I've got enough food for 1 more heal prompt. Or 1 more starvation prompt, rather, and we're going to ignore that shit all the way. We have enough food for 1 more starvation prompt at the minimum. And if we can find even just a touch, we can handle 2. There's not a whole lot of dungeon left, though, so I don't think coming across 2 starvation prompts is too terribly likely. This is probably our last room, in fact. We'll just walk right by that sconce. I have no need for a torch. Deckard, trap. Candy Jade actually beating him to it because she knew Deckard was going to fail and she didn't think his self-esteem could handle the blow, so she went ahead and just risked the danger for him. Very noble of Brienne of Tarth, but then again, she's a noble lady. None of us should be surprised. You know what? I would rather you go ahead and finish one of these guys. It's never going to get a kill even at max damage, but it can get real close. And it's going to let Dorian Gray finish one off. With the fact that he did a meager 10 damage in aggregate, it's a good thing you did max damage. Had you done minimum damage, we might not even gotten a kill there. Little party ballad, some bonus accuracy, bonus crit for everybody. Brienne Tarth getting rent for the old gods, but adroitly dodging out of the way. She's going to take that stressful incantation, however, which is unfortunate. We're actually coming out of this with considerably more stress than I'd hoped. Going to get a little of that back, though. Kriya! Indeed. That was quite a powerful blow. More stress relief, actually, by the way of Rick Deckard, so we're reclaiming it. We're taking it back, folks. Dodging that Rin for the old gods. 14 damage. I would prefer to try and get at least one more battle ballad off, so let's go for the heal. This guy's already gone. Simpkin, give me the party ballad stress relief. We got 4 stress out of that. We actually got as much for having Deckard murder a man. What can we take? We've got 8 food now. We throw the shovel on the floor. We take the gold. We leave the holy water. And we actually have one more room battle, so it's not mission over. Fortunately for us, there is no, no, you know what? The beast carcass isn't even worth checking out. We've got enough food for 2 hunger prompts, or to feed everyone if we need to. Brienne of Tarth letting Deckard do his job. He felt a little emasculated by the last time when she just leapt right in there, despite being way less talented at it, because Deckard was showing a little hesitation. This time she decided to just let him execute his mandate. These guys have such little health, I'm pretty sure anybody in our team is going to be able to kill them in a single swing. Little inspiring tune from the Simkinator. So our most stressed unit got no stress heal out of our ballad. That seems a little shitty, actually. Cytokinesis. If this hits, well, we've got more foes, so we're going to get more turns. On the plus side, it doesn't provide any additional stress, so it's not really a big deal. Brienne with a kill. These guys are real easy to kill as well. 11 damage there. There's 4 stress relief for one of our man. That's going to be it. We could have delayed a turn to go for Simpkin and just tried to farm stress heal out of killing slimes over and over. Not really sure that's worth our time, though. Have Dorian Gray check out the heirloom chest. The contents are ours. 6 deeds. What would we abandon in favor of 6 deeds? You know what? I think 575 gold I will abandon for 6 deeds, and that jade can stay on the floor. You know what we should have done? We should have kept that 575 gold and eaten all this food and abandoned what was left in favor of that son of a bitch. Well, can't win them all. We already made a fucking fortune on this run anyway.
The agents of pestilence will
we probably pulled 20 grand out of this dungeon. Actually, way more than 20 grand. Holy shit. 25,000 gold we pulled out of there. That's a truckload of gold. At this rate, we're going to be able to afford to start shopping at the heirloom wagon at the Nomad place. Dorian Gray, what did you get? Field Explorer. Yeah, that's reasonable. Simpkin? A Warren's Explorer, despite the fact that... Okay, never mind. Never understood how we could go into the Weald and then the guy is a Warren's Explorer based on his experiences in the Weald. That makes no sense at all, but they're both positive quirks, so I'm not going to complain. Back town with a gigantic truckload of wagon. Lucy Pevensey got rid of Curious. Madeline Usher got rid of Flawed Release. The problem with that is we still can't go hunting our main 2 troops because Lucy and Madeline both still need stress relief as well. Don't cheat, Blutum, and whatever. Madeline, we're going to have you go to the Abbey and pray. Or go to the cloister and meditate. It hardly matters. You're going to get enough stress relief out of that. You don't need a bonus. It doesn't really matter. Lucy Pevensey, I think, will only drink. Yeah, you know what? If I was Lucy Pevensey and a godly lion talked to me all the time, I'd probably want to try and drink to kill the voices in my head, so she's going to go drink. Anybody else that needs stress relief at all? If there is, we'll send them in. We got nothing else to do here. Not really, actually. Everybody else is looking okay. I mean, we could send Brienne and... we can afford it. Yeah, we might as well. They're not going to do it. No, you know, we kind of want them for our next mission, actually. We'll probably go with the same lineup we went with this time. Everybody came back in pretty good shape. If we need another filler mission, we can always repeat that. So let's, yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine. Any other upgrades we need to do? We could potentially... Blacksmith's fully upgraded. Guild's fully upgraded. Pretty sure the Abbey also fully upgraded. Yep. Sanitarium, not quite fully upgraded, but we're still waiting. Yeah, we need a bunch of busts for that. I believe that's what we're saving our bus for. Tavern, fully upgraded. Stagecoach, I know for a fact, is not fully upgraded. It's what we needed deeds for. So, deeds and crest. Stagecoach is now fully upgraded, however. Wow, look at that. That's swank. That's way better than the rickety hunk of shit we rode into town on. I can tell you that much for free. Survivalist, so really we just need crest. Yeah. I think it's just crest for the Nomad Wagon as well at this point, right? It is indeed. So crests are all we need left, I think. Everything that can be upgraded is fully upgraded except for things that just require quests. So deeds... Oh, no, we still need busts, actually. Busts and crests are what we need. Busts for the sanitarium. Though we're getting close on that. We could actually probably do... And that'll be our last full upgrade as well. All right. So the old hamlet's really starting to shape up. I'm telling you, we're going to make a mint when we flip this bitch. The real estate market better look out. We got a lot of property to sell here, and we're a motivated seller. I'm telling you, motivated. But if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, we post new episodes 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So consider subscribing as well. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.